What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you as ever for stopping by. My socials will be appearing at the bottom of the screen. If you'd like to follow those, I would really appreciate it. Please don't talk about my hair. I've had a hat on all day. My bald patch is starting to come through, which is great. So, yeah, I'm back from the game. Weird having a kick-off at midday. It's just really, really strange. I know it was for ITV, etc., so on and so forth. It was just really, really weird having a kick-off then. It just felt strange. But we come away 3-0 winners. The score would suggest that it was a bit of a rout. It wasn't a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but overall we were okay. Not in terms of individually speaking. Was anybody absolutely really, really stood out? It was a good team performance. It was nice to see another team come and want to play football against us to try and get at us down the wings and everything and all of that kind of good stuff. But, you know, we run out 3-0 winners overall, and we've got to be happy we retake the top of the championship spot. Got another point. Our goal difference is like plus 11. It's ridiculous on anybody else, I think. So it's very, very good. I'm doing a lot of umming and erring, which is annoying. That's probably just because I'm tired and I need a dad nap is what I need. But goals wise, lovely ball from Rothwell through to Aronson. Their keeper Beadle makes an absolute cock up of it. So consequently, Solomon gets the ball and is able to put the ball in. Nice finish, 1-0. And you think, wow, that's early. That's within, 3-4 minutes. We should technically go on to do some good stuff in this one. But as the game kind of wore on, and it wasn't like we were overawed. It was just, we were just stifling our own work a little bit. And I think slowing it down a little bit, which was just a little bit frustrating. One of the things that I think was a bit weird, the atmosphere was a little bit off up until kind of towards the end. It just kind of, I don't know, everybody was... As time went on and it stayed at 1-0, you could tell that we were getting more and more nervous or more anxious within the ground. You could just feel it building. But I don't think we were really ever troubled massively by Sheffield Wednesday. In terms of, they offered a bit, down the wings and stuff. Musaba looked quite good coming down the wing and putting balls in and putting crosses in and bits and pieces, stuff like that. But apart from a shot that Meslier had to catch and then a shot that he palmed away in the second half for a corner, there wasn't much else. It was very much quite almost an attritional midfield battle, I think is probably a fair assumption. And then obviously Farke makes the substitutions to try and just liven things up a little bit and get it a little bit better. Peru comes off, who had an all right game, not brilliant, but within minutes of coming on, Ramazani, a little bit of trickery at the in the D outside of the 18-yard box and puts the ball in. Lovely finish to the left-hand side. And then that's it. You could see, it was really weird. Once we scored that second goal, you could see us relax and Sheffield Wednesday almost go, right, okay, we'll resign ourselves to it. And then you might need to correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's a goal from a corner. If it directly has to go, I'm not sure. I'm going to say it's a goal for a corner. So the ball comes in. Joseph, for whatever reason, heads the ball back out to Ramazani. It's actually quite a good defensive header, but I actually think they were working on that, maybe, potentially. Ramazani connects with it with the volley. It comes through, and Tanaka just does a really silky left-footed back heel as the ball's coming to him. Completely misfoots Beadle, and it's 3-0. Happy days. Everybody goes home happy. We go top of the league, and everything's absolutely fine. So, yeah, it was fine. It was a performance that doesn't say it was the scoreline reflects that it was an easy game. It wasn't an easy game. I don't think any team in the Championship is an easy game, but you have to factor in the fact of what we can bring on from the substitute bench just takes the absolute piss when you can bring on Ramazani, Nonto, Joseph. Joseph as well, I want to give mention to. He did a really good job of hassling and hurrying the defenders and chasing people down and just making a bit of a nuisance of himself. So I was pleased with what I saw from Joseph when he actually came on. So overall, happy. Just going through the players, Meslier, he made one catch and one save. Definitely looks not confident at all. You could see he was a little bit, whoa. You could just feel it. And again, I think that's, a crowd reaction. Byram, solid, fine, no issues with Byram. Ampadu, he did one tackle on Windass in the first half that he had to get right, and he got it perfectly right. I think he did okay, absolutely fine. Rodon is Rodon. Rodon's just a Rolls Royce of a defender for me. So yeah, Bogle. The more I see Bogle play, the more that I like him. I think he's really settled into that position now. I thought he had a very, very good game today. Solomon, first half was my man of the match. I thought his defensive work, his tracking back, his getting involved was very, very good. Took his goal very, very well as well. So overall, really pleased with Solomon. Did well in the second half as well, just not as much in the second half. James was good. Some good runs down the wing. He was missed a couple of times by Aronson. I'll get onto Aronson in a second, but just when balls could have been put through to him when he was running in space. Couple of really good shots in the first half, which drew a couple of really nice saves out of Beadle. So, yeah, pleased with his performance. He was tormenting Lowe quite a lot, actually. Lowe and Bernardi was tormenting a hell of a lot. Aronson frustrated the life out of me today. I can't knock his industry and I can't knock his endeavour. His decision-making sometimes is infuriating. There was times where he just held on to the ball for too long and consequently a missed opportunity to play it into either an overlapping James or Solomon or Bogle or Byram. His decision-making was a little bit off. Apparently he's taken a knock in the first half, so whether or not we see him on Wednesday, who knows? He might be left out. Peru was quiet, but some of his industry in terms of linking midfield, attack, all of that kind of stuff was okay. A bit more of a quieter game from him. Like I said, Joseph came on and I thought he had a decent showing when he came on. Nonto came on. It was difficult for him to get into the game, but what he did okay. Gilivogi came on as well and just does what he does. He just shows stuff up and you forget how huge he is. That was another thing. Sheffield United were a massive team, by the way. But yeah, Gilivogi did well. Gruev was fine when he came on. No issues with that at all. Thought he slotted in quite well. It doesn't look like he's not played for the best part of the season. So, again, just happy overall. Ramazani obviously gets his goal. Looked busy, looked tidy, looked on it as soon as he came on. So you can't help but just praise him for a good finish overall. So looking at some of the statistics on the actual game itself, you've got 16 shots to 6, possession 61% to 39%. Our pass success rate is 86%. Theirs was 80. 12 dribbles, they had 5. Aerials won. They won more than us, but they are a huge lump of a side. Tackles 21 and 15. We did well on the tackles. Corners, I'm taking that third goal as a goal from a corner. Don't care. We dispossessed them 9 times in the game as well overall. So yeah, you can't really be too unhappy with that. And of the 16 shots that we had, 5 were on target. So we scored 3 of those 5. So that is a 60% conversion rate for shots that are on target. I hope my maths are right there. No, it's not 60%. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is that 3 or 5? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 60. Yeah, 60%. Wow, I had a brain fart. I'm so tired. We blocked 4 shots, they only blocked 1. We had 7 off target as well. So just overall, statistical-wise, Leeds as a team, 7.15, and Sheffield Wednesday as a team, 6.13. So overall, I'm pleased with the way that the game went. it's those types of games where you've got to eke out a result and try and make a little bit more of it and work a little bit harder. And I think it does show to me that we do need minimum a number 10, somebody that can unlock defences at times. And a 10 and a 9 are the two things that we definitely need. Probably a centre-back at some point as well would be helpful. But those two positions are 10 and a 9. If the defence is doing what it normally does, then everybody's fine, and we're pretty much at least not going to, lose the game. And the statistic of us scoring first and not losing still wins. I forget what it is now. It's something ridiculous like 68, 69. So overall, happy. Referee, not happy with. If I was to give him a score out of 10, probably a 3. He missed a handball. He missed... he was giving really soft challenges for Wednesday and then gave us a free kick that you kind of think, well, that's softer than some of the other ones that you've not given. Really didn't want the game to flow and stifled it for us quite a lot in the first half. Just stopped the game from, that natural flow to the game where you can pick up the pace and just start running with it and hopefully do a bit more. He seemed to be wanting to make a nuisance of himself. The lino getting it wrong, letting them take free kicks from wherever they want, basically. It was just, he was infuriating for probably 2/3 of the game. But that's the standard of refereeing in this league, which is one of the reasons why I want to get out of it. That's going to do it for this one. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And yeah, take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. I will see you on the next one. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video. Cheers.